was missing for 2 days after pulling over and calling 911 to report a child on Interstate 4.
Police officers who were already en route to the location of the initial 911 call located the female's vehicle as well as some of her belongings at the scene.
Black women girls missing reports have been increasing drastically in the last couple of months. So, the disappearance of Carlee Russell was a no surprise to the authorities, in fact, but when some shocking revelations were made, the police became curious and started digging into the case, and an unusual twist caught the police and the public's attention. So brace yourself, as there is some heavy information that you must know.
Carlee Russell was reported missing on July 13th in Hoover, Alabama, after telling police and a family member that she stopped to help a toddler alone on the road.
So basically, Carlee Russell is a black woman who lives in Alabama. The 25-year-old woman vanished off the side of Interstate 459 in Hoover Thursday night after telling a 911 dispatcher and her family she saw a child wandering alone.
The 25-year-old had been missing since Thursday night when she called 911 to report a child was walking alone on an interstate.
But fortunately, she was found safe and sound after the 48 hours of the incident. But who she really is and what actually happened to her? Russell works part-time at the Woodhouse Day Spa at the Summit and attends Jeff State, where she is studying to become a registered nurse. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology from AUM. Thursday night, Russell stopped by Taziki's at the Colonnade at 9 p.m. to pick up food for herself and her mother, but suddenly disappeared after getting out of the store. Her mother then reported to police about her daughter's missing, and the search started.
This is where Carlee was last seen, here on I-459 near John Hawkins Parkway in Hoover.
When Russell was found, she was put into the investigation as it was a serious case because black women are now being kidnapped increasingly.
New talk about the creation of an alert system to help find missing women and children of color. The recent case of a missing woman in Alabama sparked that discussion.
However, Russell told the dispatcher that she was near mile marker 11 when she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of I-459 between the flyover to the Galleria and Highway 150. After calling 911, Russell stopped to check on the child and called a family member. However, her family then lost contact with her, but the phone line remained open, police said.
Family member who said she lost contact with Russell after hearing what sounded like a scream.
So when police arrived on the scene, they located Russell's car and belongings, but were unable to find her or a child in the area, sparking an investigation into her disappearance, which has captured national attention. People began to speculate when there was no child on the road to be rescued. Who did she rescue? Did she even rescue somebody? And Russell's story also contradicts what CCTV footage shows. There was literally no child there. One of the fans shared his views, saying, "How would she have seen a child that far in advance on a busy highway, and after pulling over, you would go to the child, not go to your back door and look for something? I am glad she returned home." Another person who was a truck driver himself shared his opinion, saying, "As a truck driver, I can't tell you how unnatural it is that all those cars passed by and saw that car, noticed a woman standing there, and no one stopped to help her, especially a woman standing on the side of the road at night." I know that people are cold-hearted these days, but I can't imagine that there wasn't some father or other person who has a good heart passing by who wouldn't have stopped to at least offer her a phone or anything. This is so disturbing. Yes, this incident seems to be fishy from the very beginning. Why did nobody stop to help her? This must be because people might have seen her deliberately going with the people who are allegedly accused of kidnapping her. But the police said that they are still investigating the footage. According to them, that footage is still being analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call to accurately determine the time frame. However, when Russell went missing, her family would not hear from Russell for roughly 2 days. Officers also located Russell's red Mercedes, still running but vacant. Hoover police also claimed that they did not have still received any other calls of someone missing a small child. So this statement also fuels the speculation that there was no child, because if there was supposed to be a child, they would have contacted the police as soon as possible. But amid all these speculations that were rising when Russell went missing, her mother, Talitha Russell, said her daughter was on the phone with her brother's girlfriend. Carlee pulled over after saying she saw a child that appeared to be 3 or 4 years old. She probably let her guard down thinking 911 would be there in a second, Talitha Russell said. My son's girlfriend heard her asking the child, "Are you okay?" She never heard the child say anything, but then she heard our daughter scream, Talitha Russell said. All you hear on her phone is background noise from the interstate. Her car door was open, Talitha said. They found her phone on the ground along with her wig and her hat. Her purse was still in the car. Her Apple Watch was in her purse and her AirPods as well. He saw a gray car with a tall brown-skinned man with khaki shorts leaning over in the car, Talitha Russell said. But wasn't it the police's duty to find out at least some clues related to the case, as it was so serious? The fear among the society was raised when they came to know that a girl went missing from their neighborhood without any trace or out of the blue. Even where she works, they said that Russell is a very smart and competent student. The owner said, "We were honored to spend time with this smart, courteous, and honoring young woman yesterday." Now, this raised the eyebrows of the people. That is, she was so courteous and smart and did not have any clashes with anyone. How could she go missing? And how can someone even lay their hands on her? But her family and neighbors took stand for the girl as they claimed that Russell is so big of a woman and she is so tall that if somebody was trying to kidnap, she must have given them a blow.
She's a godsend. Bubbly personality, loving heart, giving, just joyful in nature.
But according to CCTV footage, no such violence was seen. The footage showed that there was a car that stopped, and when that truck moved, Russell was not there. Now, nobody is sure what actually happened behind that truck. Were there a violence? Did Russell constantly go with the supposed culprits? Did they threaten the girl? All these questions are still unanswered and vague. But Hoover police received a call at 10:45 p.m. Saturday night that Russell had returned to her home, where police responded to investigate this latest development in the case. Hoover police said in a statement to Newsweek on Sunday. According to a police officer, "We wanted her to come home safe and sound, and we'll hope that's what happened here. And I couldn't be more excited, and I hope the community feels the same way." The first thing is to give Carlee and family a little time to get themselves back together. I know it's been a tough experience for them. When we think it's time to sit down and have a conversation with Carlee and try to get some facts, we'll do that. Hoover fire medics also responded to assess Russell and ultimately transported her to the University of Alabama at Birmingham UAB Hospital for evaluation, according to the police's statement.
Home last night before being taken to a hospital for evaluation.
She has since been released, according to police, who have also taken an initial statement from Russell that will be part of the investigation. In its statement to Newsweek, police wrote that they are working to retrace Russell's movements before she went missing. Police have not been able to locate anyone with Russell from the time she left that business until the 911 call was made. Investigators are also analyzing traffic camera footage obtained that depicted the incident, but details on this were not available, according to the statement. But here another was raised, that if she was actually kidnapped, how come she was not harmed by the supposed culprits, and how can they leave so easily? This case is getting twisted day by day as it is exposed that Carlee Russell has been lying since the day she was allegedly kidnapped. But Russell's boyfriend came out and supported her girlfriend with all his love. He said, "I was straight tunnel vision. Even when I would get on social media in my downtime and see some of the false allegations and assumptions about me having something to do with her abduction would have discouraged me at times, but I didn't give up and kept my faith." I just want to thank all of my family, friends, former teammates, and church members who called or texted me just to let me know that they're praying and here for me. You guys don't know how much that meant to me. All I ask from everyone right now is to be respectful of Carlee's situation. She was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours, so until she's physically and mentally stable again, she is not able to give any updates or whereabouts on her kidnapper at this very moment. Although she was missing for 48 hours, there are still some questions which need to get answered. And it is only Russell who can answer these questions. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.